I had like a really good shroom trip on the beach, like leading up into this session. I felt it was important to kind of use my platform and my opportunity to reach a mass of people to kind of remind them of like the simplicity of what life actually is and how we overcomplicate everything. The inspiration for this song really just came from a moment of moodiness and reflecting, just the day of the session. The reason why I went with death and taxes is because like we know that to be a common phrase of the only things that's certain, at least here in America. Based on that, it was just kind of setting the tone for what you could possibly expect in the messaging within the song. World doesn't owe me anything. I didn't ask to be born. I know that sounds dramatic, but hear me out while I perform. I knew for like the skeptics or the first time listeners or the people that anticipate being a hater, they're always gonna nitpick and try to find something. And it's always gonna be those people that aren't really in tune with their emotional body and such that will hear a line like the first line and say, oh, he trying to be on some depressive type. Like, nah, don't write me off. That's why I said that next line, like, hear me out while I perform. Cause I already know what you gonna think. Like, I already know what you gonna say. It's like, oh, okay, he's trying to be like them over there. Like, nah, I'm about to actually tell you something that you might need to hear. What does it all mean anyway? When the fabric of life gets torn, none of it matters anyway. This kind of goes back to that trip I had on the beach. I just remember looking around and seeing all of these people just in their own world, enjoying their family or enjoying their personal time, just watching the waves, whatever, and thinking to myself, like, wow, like how many feet must have touched this sand before I was even here? The most we can hope to do is leave a print and make a memory or like have some type of significance over our name or our life. But it's like, at the end of the day, man, we, like I said, we overcomplicate everything. And it's like, it's not that serious. Like, one day you're not gonna be here. That's the reality of it. We only special to some family and friends. Some of us lucky to connect with some fans. Some of us cherish all the moments we can. Most of us hide in the fear of a plan. Human beings like to hide in the fear of a plan for the concept of control. We like to feel like we're in control, and if we don't feel like we're in control, then that comes with anxiety and stress and fear. You gotta open your hand to be able to give and receive. It's like that same thing with your whole existence. Like, you gotta be open to change and being able to move. Like, fluidity is a very underrated tool. That's just the conflict of being a man. Time is irrelevant, the truth is a sham. Intuition is the guiding of hands. It's all relative to who understands. I think I do a great job of trying to live in my intuition and be an active listener. I think based on that, like I always end up listening to my intuition, like without trying. It's like, oh, go here instead of going there. Or maybe you should leave right now because they might shoot up the party. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all done been in moments where it's like, something told me to do this thing and I did, and then I avoided this result over here. The world doesn't owe me anything. I didn't ask to be born. I know that sounds dramatic, but hear me out while I perform. I think it was important for me to like touch on what humility meant to me. Before y'all ever knew who I was, I had to have many conversations with God about what I was gonna do or what he wanted me to do or whatever the case may be. And so like for a minute, I didn't even wanna like do this. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them things where it's like, nah, this is what you was here to do. And I feel like people have this idea of like entitlement, like I should have this or I should be here. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be here. I've faced death multiple times. So all I can do is be grateful. What does it all mean anyway? When the fabric of life gets torn, none of it matters anyway. 'cause it all gets lost in the storm. World doesn't know me anything. Ending with the imagery of the storm was important because it's like metaphorically the idea of washing away something, and then there's like the figurative, the idea of an entire village or homes being washed away and not being rebuilt. So the next generation might not even know that there was evidence of life there. It's like it goes back into what I was saying earlier about time and existence and how it's delicate. And so make the best of the time that you have and be good to people and spread love. My influences vary. Like it's a wide range. I'm a real music nerd. Like I listen to everything. Like I like folk, I like rock, I love rock actually. I'm a hip hop head for sure. And my playlist is definitely crazy.